We have some veterans at the skill positions. We got some mammoth linemen that are big. We got a fifth-year senior at quarterback. We're getting two good running backs back, with Freeman and Chris. And then you got a big guy who looks like a superhero, and Wilder. So it's fun. It's fun. And me personally, coaching the tight ends, you got Nick O'Leary, who as a freshman last year led all freshmen around the country in catches. It makes it fun to go into the season, as a coordinator working, for Coach Fisher, who's calling the plays on offense. It's fun to sit there and bounce ideas and see where his mind is going. You know what I mean? And it just gives us the flexibility to be multiple.
Let's talk a little bit about O'Leary himself. How big of a threat can he be? And how big of a, maybe you hear the word game changer tossed around too liberally, honestly, but
right.
For him, he seems like he is so fundamentally sound in each aspect of the game. Is there something in the offseason that you wanted him to get better at?
Yeah, the blocking, and he got a lot better in the blocking. That's always the biggest transition for a tight end. He's blocking, Tom Sawyer from, Hawkinsville, Central High School, and then now he's blocking Brandon Jenkins, Bjorn Warner, Tank Carradine. Those guys. It's a little bit different. These guys are 270 pounds and they're faster than you are. So there's a technique, and you know what? He's really worked hard in the off season to get himself stronger, more flexible, that he can, and what he's done so far with getting in front of those guys, and he's very strong. And I call them his meat hooks. His hands are like meat hooks, He puts his hands on them, and he holds his own, which is very impressive.
It seems like, correct me if I'm wrong, this might be the most depth you've had at the tight end position too. I mean, even getting a guy like Hapley to come in too. I mean, you've got a lot of experience from even maybe a Dan Hicks. He hadn't played the position,
right.
but he's been there and done that. How much does that help you as a coach?
Big time. Those guys have been in games, and they've played in Division I football games and big situations, and it helps out. And other guys, that I'm very impressed with is, the freshman Crystal Corzades from California. He's like a 30-year-old veteran. He's very intelligent. He's a big guy, physical. Will Ty's another guy who's in that mix. He's 260 pounds now. He's strong. His athleticism is freakish. But it's a group with depth. It's a hungry group. Those guys like playing the position. It's not like you're making them a tight end. They really want to be receivers. These guys want to play tight end. They like it. So it's fun. Yeah, it really is. And having Nick and then bringing these other guys, and they've all kind of bonded within a couple weeks. It's pretty interesting.
Talk about just the leadership on your team too. It seems like any coach or any player we talked to has said this is night and day difference from the past couple of years. It seemed like every guy's doing more together off the field. It seems like it's maybe more of a family atmosphere now. As a coach, and from what you see, how much has that paid dividends specifically on the field?
Big time. Big time. There's a lot of great leadership, and we're becoming a tribe. You have teams, and then you have teams that go beyond just being teammates. They're tribal. And you see it. And I think it was a big part of our off-season workouts. These guys that came, they were here at summer school. They committed themselves to working out, and spending time with each other. And it's paid off. They listen to each other. They respect each other. They get after each other in practice. But it's never personal. They know they're making each other better. So
I've been asking every coach, just in terms of being a coach itself, what drives you every morning when you wake up? Is there a certain thing that maybe it might be impacting lives, it might be making guys better on the field or off the field, whatever it is? How much of an impact does that really give you? And as a coach, what is that kind of the thing you want to impress upon people?
I think, personally, I view myself as a teacher. I was a teacher for 5 years, and I think coaching is part of teaching. Taking someone with their talents and helping them flourish and get better, and it pays off for me, knowing that I can take a guy from A to Z, and when he gets to Z, I see that body of work, and I'm like, you know what? It just wasn't my teaching, but it was actual the work that this player did to get to this point. It's gratifying.